In this video, I'm going to show you the exact pitch and process I use to sign over 300 clients on my agency and consultancy business, and also the same process I've helped countless of clients install into their business to be able to close these consistently. Most new coaches, consultants, and agency owners struggle when it comes to pitching their service, and I know I did when I was running my design agency for the longest time. I want to share this quick story with you about what happened to me last week, where it was a big lessons in sales as well. I've been training jiu-jitsu and my knee's been injured, so I went to go see a physio, and the moment I sat down and explained the problem I had, he immediately launched into this super detailed explanation about my knee. Every single ligament connected to my patella and this thing and that thing. He was speaking to me in a language that I didn't understand. Halfway through him explaining to me, I completely zoned out, just nodding my head, saying sure, yes, okay, cool, but not understanding a single word of what he said. And the crazy part is that instead of just telling me two things I really cared about, which is why it happened, which was I had weak supporting muscles, and how to fix it, which is do these exercises for rehab, I was just confused. And that's the exact mistake I made when I was trying to sell, and I see so many people make in sales. They're speaking to their prospects in a language only they understand. And that's why I say smart people struggle with this, because they know so much about a specific topic. They end up talking in a way that only their peers and experts in their industry will understand. But think about how stupid that actually sounds logically. If a prospect comes to you with a marketing problem, they don't understand marketing, they can't make it work. So the moment you start talking about funnels and retargeting and Facebook ads and click-through rates and lookalike audiences, they're lost. They're going to look around the room like they're going to pick up their phone, they're going to scroll, they're going to get distracted, and nothing's going to make sense there. Because the problem is that we speak to them in Tep and Babbitt, a language that they don't understand. So what we need to do is change our language in a way that our prospects can understand. Because when something sounds simple, it feels doable. And when it feels doable, that's when they say yes. But Einstein once said, any intelligent fool can make things bigger and more complex. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. So what we want to do is simplify all of the complex systems we have and speak to our prospects in a way that they can understand. That's what makes you a master in sales and communication. The ability to take something complex and explain it simply. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do when it comes to explaining your pitch and actually pitching your services to clients. Before I figured this out, when I was growing my design agency just a couple of years ago, I was doing exactly what you're probably doing right now. Jumping on calls, having great conversations, and then sending over proposals, and then just waiting and waiting and waiting until you get ghosted by like 90% of your clients. And I understand how frustrating that is, because I was wasting hours writing proposals, sending emails, and nobody even was reading them, or probably reading them and then just ignoring me. And it wasn't until I invested in sales training and sales coaches and mentors where I discovered the process I'm about to share with you. Here's the best part. Like, when you're doing this right, it doesn't even feel like you're selling. It feels like you're helping, it feels like you're guiding, it feels just clear and a way for your prospects to understand exactly what you do and how you can help them. Now, before I show you the pitch and the exact script I use, I want you to understand the real goal of your pitch. It basically comes down into your prospects believing two important things. Number one is that after you pitch your services, your prospect needs to believe this is exactly what I need right now to be able to get me to where I want to go. And secondly, now I understand why what I've tried in the past didn't actually work and why this will. If you can make them believe those two things, then the sale is basically done. So first, here are 3 rules that you want to work by. Number 1 is it shouldn't feel like a pitch. It should feel like a natural conversation. Number 2 is that it must be customized. You only pitch based on the problems that your prospects have told you they have and may want to be able to solve. So you need to customize your pitch based on exactly what their problems are. Number 3 is that it should be simple and clear. No nitty-gritty details, just high-level way you'll get them the results. Because if it sounds complex, then assume it's going to be very hard. And that was one of the biggest problems I was doing when I was explaining my services. Look, and the point of pitching is that you want to be able to get your prospects to say yes to 3 important things. Number 1, they need to say yes on the offer, the result you're promising. Number 2, the process. They need to believe the method you have will actually get them there. And number 3 is you. They need to believe that you are a trusted guide and person they need to follow to be able to get them from where they are to where they want to go. They need to like, they need to trust you, because otherwise they're not going to want to work with you. If you're missing one of these 3 things, then the deal is never going to close, period. You can learn all the objection handling techniques you want, but it's never going to work. I'm going to break down the exact sales script I used to be able to sell over 200 individual real estate agents just last year. And I'm going to explain to you exactly how it works, what it does, and how to deliver it. We'll show you how simple and easy your pitch needs to be rather than it being complicated. So when you're creating a pitch, you should have around 4 or 5 steps to get your clients from where they are to where they want to go. The most important thing here is that each individual step should be sequential, meaning you explain one step and you solve that problem. And once you solve that problem, the next step is solving the problem that occurs once you solve the step before it. Because the idea here is that it needs to make logical sense in your prospect's mind. So for me, when I was selling a real estate offer, we were just showing real estate agents how to attract leads, how to convert them, how to close more deals, and how to do it themselves. So for us, the pillars were lead generation first. Secondly was pipeline and follow-up systems. The fourth one was how to convert. And the fifth one was their database and how to save time. So I'm going to run through exactly how this worked. So the way we work is customized based on who we're working with. And for you specifically, prospect name, it's going to be 4 steps. 4 steps to get you from where you are right now, which is inconsistent in your leads and not being able to close these every single month, to having a consistent flow of high quality leads coming into your pipeline every single month, and you closing at least 1 to 2 deals every single month. And the first thing we're going to help you do to solve that problem is solve your lead generation systems. So within the first 7 days of us working together, we're going to set up and launch our first campaign for you so that you can start attracting leads instantly. Look, we've worked with hundreds of agents in your market, and we know exactly what ads are working and which ones aren't. So the best thing here is that it's not a guessing game. We're going to give you an exact system that works. We just install it in your business. You have leads coming in. And also, we're going to do this in a way where we don't just launch the campaign for you. We launch it with you live on a call. So you're finally in control about how to generate leads yourself whenever you wanted to, so that you know exactly when the leads are coming from, how to attract them whenever you like, and whenever you have a new property or a new service you want to sell, you know exactly what to do. And so you're never paying for low quality leads or hiring marketing agencies to do it for you. You're finally in control of your business. Because before, what you told me was the number one thing stopping you from growing right now was having qualified leads coming into your pipeline. So that's what we helped you solve first. And that's all that within the first 7 days. It's amazing. You're going to love it. Do you have any question on that specifically? They say yes or no. And then I continue. Look, so once you have leads coming in and we've solved that problem, we move on to pipeline and follow-ups. So look, step 1 is going to solve your lead generation issue, but I know earlier on in the call you said you only wanted to deal with high quantity leads who are actually interested and ready to buy, right? So here's how we solve that exact problem for you. By automating the way we qualify the leads through our own framework called the direct contact framework. We install a system that will qualify the leads for you through personalized WhatsApp and SMS messages, so that you're not dealing with 100 unqualified leads. You're only dealing with leads who respond back to SMSs and WhatsApps who actually want to use your services, so that you're not stuck in your phone all day calling up leads who aren't interested, and you're focusing on what you love to do, which is being out with clients and actually making money. And once you solve that problem, then we go into conversion mastery. We want to give you the skills to learn how to convert leads into actually booked appointments. I know earlier on you said you're mainly based on referrals, right? The way you speak to referrals is different than the way you can speak to a lead who's cold, who doesn't know who you are on the internet. And that's why we give you the exact skills, the scripts, the training to train you and your team how to nurture leads and how to convert them into booked appointments. We give you live role-play coaching sessions, scripts, videos, everything you need to learn how to convert cold leads on the internet into booked appointments. Do you have any questions on that? So then the last thing is your database. I know you hear over and over again, the database is your money, but here's where we show you actually how to use it. This is exactly where you get those 2 to 5 close deals every single month consistently in your business. And it's why you're probably not getting there right now, because most people aren't ready to buy right away. And what we want to do is have an automated system to be able to nurture and convert those leads in your database to actually paying clients, so that once they are ready to buy, you're the first person they think of. And we install all of the systems, the automations, and the nurturing sequences for you, so you don't have to lift a finger. You're going to love it. It's amazing. And that's where the money's at. That's pretty much it. And just one more thing as a bonus, what we do add on is, I know earlier on in the call you said you want to have time to focus on the business and grow the business, not be stuck in it. Right, so then what we give you is SOPs and training and show you how to hire virtual assistants so you're not doing all the work yourself. So someone can run your ads, someone can qualify the leads for you, and you're only dealing with qualified leads that actually want to buy a set. How does that sound? So that's the process. The process to get you from where you are to where you want to go in the next few months. And do you have any questions on that? I'd love to answer anything you have. And now we stop. We don't say another word. We wait for them to ask us questions. And that's it. Notice how I didn't use any technical words. I didn't share my screen. I didn't show them ads. I didn't show them previews. Nothing. I explained to them in basic English exactly what we are going to do and the process we're going to take to get them from where they are to where they want to go in a language that they can understand. And throughout all of this is that when you open up for questions at the end, this is where most people mess up, right? Once you finish your pitch, don't keep talking. Don't start dumping more information on them. You want to open up the floor for questions because now your prospects are going to ask you questions on specific topics that they want more information about. And when they do ask you, the last thing you want to do is then start throwing technical terms on them again. What you want to do is use something called Socratic question, which is understand where that question is coming from, why are they asking it, and explain it high level. So let's say someone says, okay, do you run Facebook ads? Yes, sure, we do run Facebook ads. What specifically do you want to know about Facebook ads? And they'll go into deeper and deeper and deeper. And you'll uncover them basically saying, listen, we run Facebook ads for us before and they never work. And then you can handle that objection and show them why your system is different, right? Because your prospect doesn't need to know 100 facts to make a decision. They usually need 3 or 4 or 5 key and points of information to be able to get them to be sold. Right? And the fact that if you start explaining more things and showing them more systems and the ads and showing them campaigns and showing them the CRM, they're going to get more confused. So instead of you deciding what's important for them, let them pull from you. This way, everything you say next is perfectly in line with what they care about. And when they ask, you answer short, clear, and direct. Don't go into technical details. Just explain and say exactly what they want to hear with regard in a language that they understand. Like, for example, if they say, how does your automation work? Don't open up your software, show CRM, show go high level or whatever it may be. Instead, say, listen, that's a great question. It's simple. We set up the system so leads automatically book themselves into your calendar without you having to chase them. That's how you'll free up all of the hours you have in your day and you're only dealing with qualified leads. Finished. See how I didn't show go high level and show my different automations and my funnels? That's confusing as shit. And they probably won't even understand what you're doing anyway. Right? So just make sure you're clear, concise, and you've tied it to the desired outcome they want to achieve. Remember, this is not a lecture where you stand up and give a PowerPoint presentation. It's based on the specific goals and pain points. Keep it short. You're not exhausting them, you're exciting them. So it should be, let's say, 5 to 10 minutes long. It's conviction driven. People don't buy information, they buy belief. So if you are sure you can actually get them there and you explain it with conviction, they are going to believe that this is exactly what they need and the process can actually get them there. And it also creates contrast. So it clearly shows why what they've tried in the past didn't work. So for us with this script, we say most marketing agencies stop here and give you leads. We provide pipeline and follow-up systems. We give you the scripts, we show you how to convert. And that's why what you've tried in the past didn't work because you didn't have those systems there to be able to help you. And lastly, it lets them lead, right? Once you open for questions, it makes them feel like they're in control, but positions you as the expert answering their questions clearly. And importantly, never pitch without first uncovering what their problems are, because otherwise it wouldn't feel tailored to them. So when it comes to the sales process, make sure you have a clear sales process where you do the discovery first, you uncover their objections, so then you can customize your pitch to basically solve the problems and the questions they actually had. Your job is not to overwhelm with details. Your job is to create one crystal clear moment where they think, this is exactly what I need right now, and this time I know it's going to work. If you could do that, you'll increase your sales, you'll have clarity, and your sales conversations wouldn't feel like you're trying to convince or push someone. You're just explaining exactly what you do. Now look, if you need help creating a pitch, DM me the word pitch on Instagram and I'll send you over a custom training and a worksheet you could fill out to come up with a script and a pitch that actually makes sense and is easy to deliver. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.